The reason I'm demonstrating a hook grip for the overhead squat is because this is the grip you will need to use during a snatch. So it's worth getting used to the hook grip when you overhead squat. As you can see, I'm just wrapping my fingers over my thumb to create a secure grip. And this is the way you will have picked the bar up from the floor when you perform a snatch. Next, we're going to look at the way you will have to work out the grip width for overhead squat and for your snatch. It's important that you walk your hands out to the bars resting on your hip or the kind of top of your trousers, your trouser line. You can see my arms are completely straight and I'm standing up tall. Finding this grip width will help you create a lot of stability overhead. Generally, if you're very tall, so over 6 foot, you're going to pretty much max out your reach on the bar. If you're under 6 foot, you may find that you can still walk your hands out very far, but you do want to maintain some space between your head and the bar. Using this measure of when the bar meets your waist with your arms straight, standing up tall, is a useful way to find a good grip width. Next off, we're going to look at how to pick the bar up from the rack. As you can see, I've had to adjust the rack so that I can get my hands outside of the uprights. Again, one step out the rack as always. Find my squat width, feet roughly shoulder width and feet turned out. And then I use my legs to press the bar overhead. Key things when performing the overhead squat are that the arms stay completely straight with the bar balanced over your shoulders. And if you were to draw a line between the middle of the bar, my shoulders, and the middle of my feet, you would roughly see that there's a straight line running between the middle of the bar, my shoulders, and the middle of my foot. And this helps me retain a lot of control over the bar when I'm doing my overhead squat. You should also think about pushing the bar to the ceiling the whole time you're squatting. So you might see that your shoulders are quite elevated with light loads, and with heavy loads, your shoulders may no longer look elevated because the weight's pushing them down, but you're still attempting to push the bar to the ceiling. And this helps again to retain a lot of stability with your overhead squat. Finally, we're lowering the bar onto the upper back, and I do this by using my legs to control the bar down onto my upper back. This is a useful habit to get into because when you've got a heavy load on the bar, it cushions the impact. Then it should be one step back into the rack, but you'll notice I've adjusted my hands into a narrow width so that they don't clash on the rack when I put the bar down.